Hello, welcome back to the VTOL VR Definitive Campaign Guide. We're continuing the T-55's Border War campaign. And, yeah. Last time we completed the Top Gun Maverick mission, that is Mission 2, Raiding the Nest. Now we're gonna head into Mission 3, SEAD. This is SEAD is a notoriously difficult mission. But actually, I found I have figured out a very consistent strategy for this mission. I don't remember if I've shared this strategy before, but yeah, I know. Well, I don't think I've shared this new strategy I've came up with, but this new strategy I've come up with is very consistent. It's very consistent. It's not necessarily the simplest, but it is very consistent. So yeah, let's just get into it. Mission 3, SEAD. Begin to secure the skies by destroying or disabling enemy air defenses. With the immediate threat of advanced aircraft kept at bay, it is time to take the next step to secure the skies. As you have seen, the enemy has a widespread network of SAM sites covering the northern edge of the river. Today, you and your team must neutralize these sites. This may seem like a daunting task with so many active air defenses, but there are plenty of mountains and valleys to use for cover. You will be directed to attack one area at a time. Equip anti-radiation missiles and/or GPS-guided munitions to disable or destroy the SAM sites at each of the target zones. Thanks to your last successful mission, we won't have to worry about any airborne threats today. You will be accompanied by wingmen equipped with anti-radiation missiles to aid you in your mission. Among your targets will be 2 ships docked near the border crossing. You don't need to sink the whole ship. Destroying the radar mounted at the top will suffice. Two ships mounted at the border, docked at the border crossing, huh? There's there's 3. I don't have a 3. There's no 3. There's no 3 hand gesture. Yeah, I have 2, but I don't have 3. Actually, there's 3. Anyways, yeah, that's our briefing. We gotta destroy all of the SAM sites. We gotta neutralize all of the SAM sites in each area. We can go through one area at a time. So yeah. This was also the first one in this campaign where we get to choose our loadout. So let's go. Our loadout is gonna be, first of all, gun. We need gun. We need a TGP. And then we're just gonna stock up. We're just gonna like fill all of our wing hardpoints with AGM-126 sidearms. Yep, all of them. The inner wing hardpoints can even carry 3. Can even carry 3 sidearms. So the AGM-126 Sidearm 2 is a compact, short-range anti-radiation missile based on the AIM-9X Sidewinder. That's just the name Sidearm. It's a anti-radiation missile based on the Sidewinder. So the AGM-126 Sidearm 2 is actually based off a real weapon. That being the AGM-122 Sidearm. The original one was the AGM-122 Sidearm, which was based on the AIM-9C Sidewinder. And the AIM-9C Sidewinder was a semi-active radar-guided variant of the Sidewinder, which didn't really see much use. Didn't really see much use or success. So they decided to just convert them into anti-radiation missiles, to compact anti-radiation missiles that could be that were mainly designed to be mounted on helicopters. And they were I don't think the sidearms were terribly successful because they weren't terribly successful due to the Sidewinder's small warhead. But I guess they sort of worked, but they weren't too successful due to the Sidewinder's small warhead. But yeah, this is basically that's basically the predecessor to this one, which is a fictional variant. This is technically a fictional weapon, but it's based on a real weapon. So, yeah. And lastly, on our belly, yeah, we can carry a fuel tank on our belly hardpoint. On our belly hardpoint, we carry GBU-39 small diameter bombs. These, I believe, have we used the GBU-39s? If not, GBU-39s are small GPS guided small diameter bombs. They have a small warhead, and they're GPS guided glide bombs. They have a small warhead. They're small. They're small. You can carry 4 of them per hard point. And then they have a wing that allows them to glide to their targets from longer distances. So yeah, we have a full loadout today. We're pretty heavy, but we're sort of heavy. Well, no, we're not that heavy because AGM 126s aren't too heavy. But yeah. Anyways, this is our loadout. Let's go. Let's go before we get copyright claimed for the armory music.
Echo 1-1, command. Your wingmen will take off first. They'll rejoin once you get in the air and head towards the first waypoint.
Roger that. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that this loadout and strategy will actually allow us to take out to complete the mission without needing to land and rearm, which will, greatly speed up the mission. And if done right, we shouldn't even need to rely on quick saves. So, yeah. Alright, let's get up there. First things first, let's set up our weapons. There's nothing set up on the sidearms. GBU-39s, we're gonna set to auto mode. Alright, and let's go. Tower, Echo 1-1, request takeoff.
Copy. Taxi to runway 31.
Oh yeah, we're also designated as flight lead for this mission. We're actually going to be designated as flight lead for the remainder of the campaign. Probably because the rest of the squadron, just crashed. probably because our flight lead, our previous flight lead, and the rest of the squadron just completely crashed, ate shit in the previous mission. Alright, approaching runway 31. Flaps for takeoff.
1-1, tower, cleared for takeoff at runway 31.
Alright, and we're cleared for takeoff. Let's get out there. Alright, let's go. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. And flaps up.
Focus on one area at a time. The first one has 2 stationary SAM sites and a mobile air defense unit.
Roger. Alright, we are airborne. So now we are airborne. Our wingmen are gonna join up with us. And now here's the first thing we're gonna do. Oh, already getting nails on those are the ship radars. Plus I'm at 4, or for good measure. Alright, so we're gonna turn onto the right downwind of the airport, and then that's just the terrain letting the ship radar see us again. Don't worry about it. We should be far enough. TM. Alright, anyways, as I was saying, first thing we're gonna do, wingman RTB.
Roger, boss.
Yep, the first thing we're gonna do is just send our wingmen back to base, because actually we don't actually need our wingmen for this with this strategy, we don't actually need our wingmen. So for their safety, I'm just gonna send them back to base. Just send them straight back to base. Also, you don't want to like do it immediately after takeoff. You want to do it after like on this side of the airfield. Otherwise, they will try to land. They will try to land on the carrier that's docked in port. Yeah. Otherwise, if you do it if you tell your wingman to RTB immediately after takeoff, they will try to land on the carrier, that's docked right over there, and because there's higher terrain in the approach path of the carrier, they will just crash into the terrain and die. So yeah, and the whole point of sending them back to base is kind of them not dying. So yeah. Anyways, we're gonna get our displays ready. We don't need our nav display. We need our ARAD and our TGP. And we're just going to proceed on our own. Proceed to target on our own. So one advantage that the AGM-126 sidearms have over all other types of anti-radiation missiles, because the biggest downside of the AGM-126 is that it's short range, because it's based on the Sidewinder. It has a pretty short range, I think like 8 nautical miles maximum, which is not super short. That's still a good distance. But yeah, it does have its biggest shortcoming is its short range. However, to make up for that, it has a very wide. You can see on the ARAD display when we have the AGM-126 selected, it has a very wide lock-on angle. Meaning you don't have to be directly facing the target to lock on the sidearm to it, and also the sidearm is also very maneuverable because it's based on the Sidewinder. And yeah, so you can lock on from a pretty wide range. All right, we're gonna activate afterburners here, and we're gonna be exposed to a couple of SAM sites. There's a SAM site. One of that SAM site over there is one we have to take out, but we're not gonna take it out just yet. I have a plan. We're gonna use terrain to hide from it, to get cover from it. And the first thing we're gonna take out is this is Area 1. We're starting with Area 1, which consists of 2 DS radars and a mobile SAM at the old bridge, which we talked about in the previous mission. First thing we're gonna do is take out the mobile SAM. Gonna use terrain for cover, and then basically pretty much as soon as we get nails on it, we're gonna fire off our missile, fire off our sidearm, and then we're gonna take out a DS radar that's over there with our gun. We're gonna use our gun for that. Uh-oh. Magnum.
Understood.
Alright, Magnum out. Alright, Shack. There's a bunker down there. Don't worry about it. Then we're gonna take out this site down here. And use our gun to do that. Alright, Shack. And we're gonna come around the mountain. We're gonna like fly over the mountain peak to take out that other DS radar. Now you want to be extra careful with these ESAM sites because they are equipped with active radar guided missiles. As I mentioned and before, they are equipped with active radar guided missiles.
Good work.
Alright,
Move on to the
Shaq.
next area. Take advantage of terrain cover. Don't
Alright.
forget to keep an eye on your RWR.
Yeah, Area 1 is clear. Heading over to Area 2. Area 2 has 2 DS radars. We're just going to take both of them out with our gun. There should be one like on that, just behind this peak over here. Yep, there it is. We should be within minimum range. Yeah, we are within minimum range. We're within in the active missiles. We are within the SAM's minimum range, so we don't have to worry about it firing at us. Alright, Shaq. Then we're gonna come over this cliff, and then there's gonna be, and we're gonna and then the next target is gonna be the Point Bravo radar, which is on the coastline, on the shoreline of the river. Careful. What? Careful. Got up.
Over T.
The next zone has a
Alright,
mix of
destroyed.
SAM types. Just break lock by ducking behind the hills after you shoot. Keep it up.
Alright, next Area 3, there's gonna be 2 DS radars, a SAW, and a MAD 4. Oh, that's and also an IR APC. So just follow my lead. First things first, we're gonna use these mountains for cover, and we're gonna take out a DS radar that's on top of of one of these peaks. This one, the closer one, right here. All right. Damn it! Ah, damn it. Did we hit it? No, we got it. We got it. Okay, we got it.
Missile launch.
Uh-oh. Cover, cover, cover.
Missile launch.
Ah, that's not good.
Altitude clear.
That's not good.
Climb.
That's unlucky.
Clear.
Well, okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
Missile launch. Climb.
Come on. Hit.
Climb.
Woo! All right, we're okay.
Chat. Clear.
We took a hit. We're okay. We took a hit. The wing is damaged. Should still be okay. That was a little unlucky. All right, first things first, we're gonna take a peek over and take out this SAW. Then we're gonna dive into cover.
Climb.
Then we're gonna take out this DS radar. This DS radar on top of this mountain. There it is. We're gonna be you know what?
Shoot.
Magnum.
Missile launch.
Damn it! Alright, Shack on the radar. Shack on the radar.
Climb.
And that.
Missile launch. Chat. Clear. Chat. Clear. Chat. Clear.
Alright, we should be good. Alright. Okay, now we have a bit of breathing room. Now we have a little bit of breathing room. So that was a little messy, but... That was a little messy. But in essence, we took out... We first take out the DS radar on top of that cliff with a sidearm. Then we tried to, as best to dive into cover to avoid fire from the SAMs, which we were not too successful. You can try diving into cover to like lead the missile into hitting the terrain, but we weren't too successful right there. Also, and then we used another sidearm to take out the SAW. Then we used in the sidearm to take out the MAD 4 because we were close enough, and then we just strafed that radar over there on top of the mountain. You want to be careful at flying around here because there is a guy with a man pads. There's a guy with a man pad like on this road. Shouldn't be he's not a required. We don't have to take him out, but he's just something you have to watch out for. Prepare, just be ready to dump flares. Anyways, alright. Last thing in this area that we have to deal with is the IR APC. We're just gonna. There is an IR. It's basically in this cluster, in the cluster together with the MAD 4. It's located in a cluster together with the MAD 4. There is an IR APC. There's the MAD 4, and there's also a AAA gun, and around there. So you want to be careful. It's like over here. There. We're just gonna use our GBU 39s for those. There are a whole bunch of like artillery pieces on the ground here, but we don't have to. We shouldn't have to worry about that. I mean, I guess they are shelling our guys, but they are not our priority.
Shoot.
We're gonna get a little closer, and then we're gonna launch our GBU 39s.
Shoot.
Pickle.
Missile launch. Flare.
Affirmative.
Chaff. Flare.
Alright. And of course, if you hear a missile launch, dump flares because, IRAPC. We don't actually, so that AAA gun there, we don't actually have to kill the AAA. We don't actually have to destroy the AAA gun. But,
All right. Nice
but I like doing
there's
so
ships
for good
docked across
measure.
the border crossing, guarded by MAD 4s. The ships don't need to be sunk. Just destroy the radars mounted on top.
Roger. Alright. Next, Area 4 is the ships. It is the ship docks. There are two NMSS cruisers, a DMS cruiser, and the MAD 4. We have to take all of those out, which we're just gonna use all of our sidearms for. Luckily, there is a cliff like right behind that covers us from the docks. So yeah, that simplifies things a bit. We're gonna make 2 passes. To simplify things, we're just gonna make 2 passes, and that'll also help reduce the chance of double dipping the targets. We're still a little far. We're gonna try to get a little closer, because as you can see, remember, NMSS radars have NMSS cruisers have 2 MC radars.
Shoot.
Affirmative.
Overshoot. Missile launch.
NMSS cruisers have 2 MC radars that are used to that have 2 MC radars. One is their anti-air radar, and one is their anti-surface radar. I think one of our sidearms might have gotten shot down by like the Sea Whiz. Looks like the other one successfully impacted. Successful impacting the other one. There is a DS radar over there, but they are not. That's not our priority. But that's not our target.
Pull up. Pull up.
All right, let's try to observe the effects of the attack.
Shoot.
All right,
Missile
Magnum.
launch.
Roger,
Missile
boss.
launch.
Whoa, that's a missile.
Great. We
All right,
just have
never
one
mind.
more target
Success.
soon. It's a bit inland, but we have an upcoming operation in that area that will need air support. You might need to fend off man pads along the way, but just focus your fire on the radar SAM sites.
Yeah, for Area 4, I recommend taking out on the first pass. Take out the DC radar and 1 MC radar, and then duck into cover. Wait for the missiles to strike, and then make the second pass on the second MC. Because targeting both 2 MC radars on the first pass will risk that's a risk of that just risks you like accidentally targeting both of the same ship twice. So, and that would just be a waste. So I recommend on the first pass, take out the MC radar, take out 1 MC radar and the DC radar and the DC radar, which is the DMS cruiser. Wait for those missiles to strike, and then on the second pass, take out the MAD 4 and the second MC and the MAD 4. And now we're heading to the final area, which is heading into the final area. Area 5, the final area. You might have to be a little bit concerned about those SAM radars like all the way over there. They will try to lock onto you, but they're pretty far away, and they're pretty far away though. They should be relatively simple to avoid. So yeah. No, okay. I actually thought my original, my first sidearm might have been intercepted because it disappeared from my countdown. Because it disappeared from my from my countdown, my missile impact timer. That's a Mad 4.
Missile launch.
Mad 4s, ironically, Mad 4s in this mission are actually less threatening. Are actually like less threatening than DS radars, because Mad 4s have semi-active missiles while the DS radars have active missiles. So yeah, it's kind of funny. Anyways, we're heading to this area 5. There is a DS radar in the mountains, like over there. We have to take that out. But we gotta, of course, we gotta be careful because
Pull up.
DS radar.
Pull up.
We're gonna use the mountains for cover. To take out that radar, we're just gonna like. Actually, we still have two AGM. We still have 2 sidearms left, because actually we have 2 sidearms left. We can just take it out with our sidearm because with this plan we actually have like 2. This actually gives us like a little bit of room for error, because this gives us 2 spare sidearms. So yeah. If you make any mistakes, well, you have 2 extra sidearms that you can use. You don't really need a sidearm for this one. You can just strafe it. Careful as you pass over this the valley here, because there's an outpost with the man pads. So be ready to pop flares.
Missile
Down
launch.
there.
Flare.
Careful.
Shaft
Uh-oh.
flare.
Alright, we're good. Uh-oh. Alright, we're good. I think we might have been within minimum range anyways.
Shaft launch. Flare.
Incoming. Flares out. Good flares.
It looks like they have AAA mounted by the cliff. Make sure you destroy those 2.
Shoot.
Magnum.
Welcome.
Ah, damn it. Missile shot trashed. It hit the terrain. Alright, we're gonna have to come back around.
Shoot.
Actually, you know what? We're just gonna come back around and we're gonna use I don't want to get too far away in case we get out of minimum range.
Shoot.
Alright, Magnum. Yeah, as you can see, you just saw how hard that missile can turn. How hard AGM 126s can turn this. Woo! Hell yeah! Alright, we are now out of 126s, which is fine. Because, actually, real quick, I'm gonna delete my GPS group. Clear a fresh GPS group. Because our last target is... Ooh, geez, we're slowing down a lot. Is this riverside town over here. There's 2 AAA guns as well as an SR radar. We're gonna target the 2 AAA guns, or mark the 2 AAA guns and take them out with our GPS, with our GBU-39s. And we're just gonna try to hope they don't get shot down.
Shoot.
Alright. Bombs away. And then we're gonna target this DS radar down here. It's gonna strafe this DS radar. Shack. AAA is active. AAA is active. I think it's trying to shoot down our. They're trying to track our bombs. But if all goes well, that shouldn't be a problem. All right, Shaq.
That's all mission targets checked off. Return to base.
All right, all primary targets neutralized. All primary targets neutralized. Our work here is done. I did basically try to do like an arc bombing for those AAA guns, because that makes it a lot harder for the AAA guns to intercept them. And it looked like the guns didn't even shoot. Those guns did not even shoot at all. So yeah, nice, good work. That was almost flawless. We got hit by one missile. But other than that, that was basically perfect. Sort of. Well, almost perfect. But yeah. Sometimes but it may also just be a good idea to, if you want, it may be a good idea to hold on to yours. If you still have them, it may be a good idea to hold on to your spare your spare sidearms, just in case those bombs do get intercepted. But then you have a backup to take out the AAA guns. Because, you absolutely do not want to try to strafe an AA gun. You will regret it. Anyways, our work here is done. Returning to base. We're just gonna stay at relatively low altitude because there's still those like far SAM radars, although they are not really they shouldn't be a concern. Especially the Mad Fort. The Mad Fort is still within range, but yeah, the valleys are clear now. As you can see, RWR is completely clear. There's still just the SAM site. The SAM launchers do still remain, but without any radars to guide them, they are not a threat. So yeah, with that, our work here is done. Returning to base. And as you can see, very consistent strategy. I didn't even need a quick save. So yeah. I recommend using the strategy. I mean, it's a strategy I came up with, but I recommend using it. Made by me, approved by me. Yay! All right, here we are approaching base. Let's prepare for landing. For landing, reducing speed. Tower, Echo 1-1, request landing.
Echo 1-1, tower, cleared to land at runway 31.
Alright, cleared to land. Gear down, flaps down. Ooh, we have some pretty bad side slip. Yeah, I didn't really notice how bad our side slip it was due to our I didn't really notice our side slip was. I do know I did feel like at least our turning was a little bit sluggish, but oof, this is some bad side slip. I wonder if our flaps are damaged or something. I guess it's not too bad. It's just a few degrees of it's not. I guess it's not really a bad side slip. It's just a few degrees, like crosswind landings. Things will give us more side slip than this, but you know, still. All right, we're down. Probably gonna miss the high-speed exit again. Yep. It's fine.
Welcome back. Follow the taxi path to your parking area.
How are our flaps actually? I can't actually see how. I know our leading edge is. You can see it. Our leading edge is kind of damaged, but I don't know how I actually don't know the condition of our flaps. Yeah, I can't tell. I can't quite tell from the spectator cam preview because it's such low resolution. But I'm sure I'll be able to see in the editing. Anyways, that's the mission. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Yeah, that went well. So yeah, mission accomplished. And with that, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.